where are we today, Mr. Historian?
Well, we are at the Spring Lake Desire Trail area. It is a 11 miles total trail length, which is a small area. This is the map of the area. And this is the tallest part at Echo Mountain. It's a nice, good hill, about 400 feet of elevation. It's very nice.
Okay.
So what is the loop we'll be doing today, Mr. Beagle?
I think we are going to start out here, and we're going to do the outside loop and then catch Echo Mountain and come back. So it should be fairly short.
Let's be going that way.
All right, we can go that way. This is a great... Wait.
Do you want a super long trail? Or?
Sure, I'd love a super long trail.
I don't want a super long trail.
What?
I have a better idea.
Okay.
We built it out like this much.
All right, so what is the name of this official King County Park?
Spring Lake and Lake Desire King County Park.
All right, it's also part of McGarvey's open spaces, right? It's at the north end?
It's in the middle, kind of.
Yeah, the McGarvey Park open space there. So it's basically 3 parks connected to each other through a series of trails. You've got Petrovitsky Park here.
Very nice.
It's in the Kent, Fairwood, Renton area.
It's it was very close to where we lived originally, but you might recognize it from the Garmin InReach Mini thing.
Yes.
Might. Well, you will.
All right, so it's a very well-maintained King County Park. We had a couple of trail repair people just stop by and hand us the map, which was awesome. The no Discover Pass required, no National Forest Pass required, much like Cougar Mountain.
Which is super useful because it means that more people come here.
But it never seems that busy of a area. I think it's one of the secret gems of King County.
I'll agree with that. We're taking a different path.
Okay.
It's good training.
It's very good training, and if you're in the Renton, Kent area, I highly recommend you come out here and
experience the nice woods.
Experience the woods.
It's a good winter hike, it's a good summer hike. It has good elevation gain for the amount of miles it is. All around, it's good.
I would say it's, like I said, a hidden gem of a park. The one problem is that it's got a ton of short trails, and it took us a long time to figure out how to do
this loop.
A big loop out of it, and
but now that we know what it's a super useful thing.
Yeah, it's a great close hike for us. And the view from the top of the mountain ain't too bad either.
It's well worth the hard climb.
Well worth the hard climb, yes.
Especially one of the 2 ways. Oh boy, one of the 2 ways is bad.
Yeah, it's the climb up the mountain, it's probably 300-400 feet in, what would you say, quarter of a mile? So it's almost as...
Probably like half a mile one of the ways, it's about a quarter of a mile.
Okay.
So one way was decent, the other way is pure torture.
So one thing to note about this trail is that it is multi-use. You're allowed to bring bicycles on it. Are you allowed to? Can you bring horses here? Horses? Okay.
In
So
some areas.
No motorized vehicles, but
Thankfully.
During the winter it never gets snowy here, unless the entire area is blanketed. But it's not high enough to have snow on the top, so it allows you to hike year-round here.
We got the thing over there.
Oh yeah, there's some nice small tiny lakes here you can view.
They're kind of like wetlands.
Yeah, so here's
little wetland.
Little wetland, as the historian tells us.
I can't hear it. It's sad.
Never too bad with mosquitoes here.
I don't hear the babbling brook side thing. You hear it? It's right up ahead.
Yes, it is.
I'll look.
Okay.
It's not running.
Yeah, it's a dry creek.
That's tragic.
Normally there's a little waterfall coming off the root of the tree.
Super cool looking.
Right.
We actually did manage to catch it over in the other video.
Yeah.
That was good.
Alright.
Mini one.
So here's a no horse trail. And see, all of the trails are fairly short, but they all hook up and make for a
6 miles we're going to be coming off on the road. Curium Road. So that brings us to where we are.
Okay.
You know the back roads? The back things?
Yeah. The other really super nice thing here is that a lot of times the trail is super wide, so you can walk next to a historian or the historian.
And next to a beagle.
Yeah.
And also, usually there's enough tree cover to make it so that it's shady, but there are some areas that's sunny.
Yeah, it's super nice and shady most of the way, and
Has beautiful views. Just all around awesome.
it is an all-around awesome hike. There's the one downside to this hike is definitely the parking. Each trailhead only has spots for maybe 4 or 5 cars. You can park at Petrovitsky Park, which has a ton of parking.
Obviously. We're coming up on one of them, I think.
We are, and we can show you the map here. So.
A big map, not
Yep.
a little tiny map.
Yep, that'll be nice.
Isn't it so nice out?
It's supposed to hit 80 today, so we're trying to get this done a little early.
Earlier than we usually would go hiking.
Yep. Alright, so it's just basically the little bit larger version of one. So we are now here. We started there, so we went down, and then we went there.
We started here at that white thing, that white curve. That's where we started. We went up, and then we did this little 0.16 mile loop. Then we did the 3 Lakes loop south. Walked up next to Truman Road there, and now we're gonna do there. We're gonna go do these back ones. Go down to see something cool. Go up. Go right, left, down.
Go up the Ridge Loop Road, and then head over and come down onto Echo Mountain, and then we'll walk our way out and back down.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, we're coming up to one of the first parts where it's not totally straight. There's a little bit of elevation here and there. It's not ever anything bad.
This is the map.
This is until you get to Echo Peak, in which case you're panting and heaving. Yes. We talked about doing training just going up and down the mountain 3 or 4 times.
That'd be enough training.
Because you could get 1,000 feet of elevation in 40 minutes if you might even be able to do it, go up and down 3 times in what, 30 minutes, you think?
Maybe?
Yeah, it could be real brutal.
Okay.
So
I managed to run down the mountain in about 3 minutes.
yeah, but you're young and crazy.
It was a bad idea.
Yeah. Trail running. Maybe you have the FKT.
Probably. So it's left.
I thought it was right here.
I think I want to go left.
Ah, we go right. Come on.
Shoot, we do go right.
Yeah.
I saw Truman Road last night.
Yeah. There's
And then to left.
some great views up here. So there are not too many different types of biomes here. It's mostly,
4.
second generation forest I'm looking like this is. And
That's New growth?
New growth forest, yes. Not old growth.
Old growth is cool.
It's bigger trees, but, you know, again, you can look at, you know, how well maintained the trail is here, and they come through with weed whackers fairly often to keep the trails open. So it's pretty amazing how easy of hiking this is, and you don't have things brushing up against you, other than being the first person on the trail every day and having to deal with cobwebs. It's never too mushy of a trail either. I'm really trying to sell this as one of the better trails there is, because it's so close if you live in Renton or Kent. So close.
Issaquah, go to Cougar.
Issaquah, just go to Cougar, yeah. But if you're in the Renton, Kent area, it's pretty amazing. You don't get to see two slugs cuddling all the time, so I hope YouTube doesn't think this is porn. Alex and I were doing this hike last summer, or last winter rather, and this bridge was
Very fun.
very slippery.
Well, I remember we were slipping and sliding on it.
Yes, we were. Or I'm sorry, the historian and I were slipping and sliding on it.
Very funny.
And again, you can see how somebody's been through recently to clearing.
Yeah, it was very fun.
Hey, what? The Guardians of the Galaxy are here? What? What? Something weird has just happened. I swear, I just saw
Something crashed.
a spaceship or something. This is crazy. Oh boy, what's going? Well, who is that? Who goes there?
I am Groot.
You are Groot?
I am Groot.
What?
I am Groot.
Huh.
I am Groot.
Okay.
I am Groot.
So again, you can see how much trail maintenance King County has done here.
Amazing.
It's pretty amazing, as historian tells us. Alright, so we've rejoined the main trail, and it's a hikers only part.
And this part is the killer. The Echo Peak Trail End. It looks very
Alright,
nice.
so Echo Peak is 0.18 miles, and it is it a brutal 0.18 miles?
It's hard.
Alright, so did there used to be a quarry here, Alex, or was...
I'm pretty sure there was a quarry, because the trail's called Echo Quarry Trail.
Okay.
Ooh,
Getting into some more...
I had a bug in my eye.
That's no good, I did too.
Right in the eyelid.
Oh, I hear somebody up on the hill, or the mountain.
It's a hill, mostly.
So, I am at a perfectly level plain, so you can see how steep of a route this is.
It isn't even this bad. This isn't even the worst part.
This isn't even the worst part.
This is the nice part.
It's definitely one of the steeper climbs in the area. At least, you know, for distance. But again, somebody has been through here with their weed eater. Again, this is, sorry, the camera's struggling with my stepping here.
I'm gonna run to the top.
You're gonna run to the top? All right, let's see this. I'm breathing heavy every time. It's probably my 20th time climbing this. It just never really gets that much easier. Okay. Whew.
Look at my heart rate up.
Yeah, it sure does. Come on, I thought you were the Flash. Oh, just your shirt? Okay.
I'm the Flash. I just don't have my powers.
Man, we've called out DC and Marvel today.
Don't copyright us.
So, here's some of the rocks.
This side of the mountain, I would call it a medium or hard.
Medium or hard for this side? There's a little bit of scrambling here, actually.
You gotta take it right, it's easy. Even doing this trail is fun.
It's easier than it was the first time. Yeah, there was some wheezing and panting that time.
Very close to the top.
We are. That's why I'm leaving it running.
This is tiring.
This is indeed tiring. Looking forward to some water.
So dang close.
YouTube's gonna get real sick of my heavy breathing. So don't stay on the path. Basically.
Pause if you want to see it.
It's kind of a rocky top up here. And you're out in the sun. And if you look this way, you can see Mount Rainier in all of its magnificence. It's right there. I will it's as fast and open as my camera goes. Have we seen deer up here before, Alex? Okay.
There's water.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and hit stop and grab some water. Don't know if that makes it easier to see the mountain or not.
It's usually wearing its hat. I can barely see it.
I'll blow it right out. It's a little bit cloudy and hazy over there, so it's pretty hard to see. So one of the interesting things is there are two paths up to the top of the mountain there.
One's easy, one's hard.
You want to restate that?
One of them is hard, one of them is easy.
Okay. I would tend to agree that.
Or maybe I should say it's easy. It's not easy.
So
It's easier.
there's the path we came up, and here's the path we're going to take down.
It looks a lot nicer.
It's got some switchbacks.
But hey, you can run down it.
It's also got some really big steps.
It's fun.
They're both fun. I enjoy this place immensely. It's
I think you're a salesman for this place.
I could be a salesman for this place. I think it's probably the most underrated hike in all of King County.
Wow, That's bold words.
I know there's no waterfalls, so it loses out a little bit there. Cougar, you know, they say that you're more likely to love something that's, the closer it is, the easier of a relationship you have with it. And I think that's definitely true of hikes and as well as people. This is, you know, has been, you know, you only have to drive 5 or 6 blocks to get to this hike, and
It's a good hike.
it's close and easy, and it's got a great view at the top. You know, you get like 50% of the reward of Psy for like a tenth of the effort. Yeah, you know, it's a pretty good return for your investment of time here.
Better than size.
Yeah, of course we did Psy the painful way, whereas, you know, this is a lot more gentle of a slope coming down this way, or you can go up and down this way too.
I would kind of recommend the hard way.
You know, if you're training for
Not right here.
any of, you know, Washington, you're pretty much guaranteed to be hiking with some verticality.
So
Because
I recommend the hard way if you're trying to go uphill.
I would,
If you want to have a fun hike, go this way.
that's very, I would agree with that. If you're, so you want to restate your recommendation there?
Looking for fun? Go this way. Just good training for the Wonderland or the PCT, go the hard way.
Okay. So here's our first switchback. Remember, don't cut switchbacks. It causes erosion.
Yeah, don't cut switchback. It's bad.
So we're at the big steps here. You can watch the historian go down them.
It's hard.
They're tall. They're big steps. They're made for giant people. Yeah. You know, there's probably, what would you say, 15 feet of elevation change over? Maybe not. Maybe it's only 10. Yeah.
But like, look at that.
I mean, it's
Steep.
that's some steep, pretty steps.
I prefer if they're all rocks.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, there's more.
there's more.
Oh, wait. There's more.
Yeah.
I'm not going to step.
So we've come to the next group of stairways on this side.
Stairs is more to it.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you recognize that you're gaining and losing a lot of elevation going up this hill. You know, it's only, again, 300 feet of elevation, but it's real quick comes at you. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful area.
Since there's not many people, you can do stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is it's a vastly underutilized area. Is it a water tower up over here?
I don't know. I don't know.
But that's why there's a road here, so that repair crews can reach the...
There's a house.
No, the house is reached from the other side. Yeah.
I guess they don't have that many cars.
So, yeah, this is a road for the, I believe it's a water tower. We've hiked up to it once. It wasn't very worth it. No.
Now this you could almost run down.
Well, you know, a lot of people do bike in here. It's
Good biking trail.
this would be great for biking. However, it'd be a little short. You know, if I was biking, I'd just bike around Lake Young's.
Two times.
One time's probably going to be plenty. Again, you know, here's level, and you can see we're got a lot of elevation we're losing. It's
Kind of crazy.
a lot of, it's hard to believe you went up this much, because it's so gentle going the other way, and when you come down this way, you're like, holy cow,
What do you mean gentle?
well, going up, it's the way we went, your elevation gain is pretty gentle, where coming out this way, you're seeing your elevation. Yeah, it's steep coming down. Yeah, exactly.
The other way is steeper.
I don't know about that.
It totally is.
It doesn't feel like you're going up as much as you go down, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I know why.
Okay.
Because I remember like the Echo Florida Trail.
Uh-huh.
When I ran down it, I felt like I was going downhill.
Okay. All right, we're at the end of the trail almost. If we continue this way, you'll get to see one more final lake. It's real pretty. I think this is probably the best hidden gem in all of King County that we don't normally see. It's just a great, close, easy hike. Really can't ask for more. And it's probably my favorite hike in King County.
Anything else?
Remember to like and subscribe.
We're not like those channels that steal people's money.
Oh, okay. So don't bother liking and subscribing it. We're doing this for fun. All right.
What would you say the difficulty of it is, though?
You know, honestly, we use this as our first beginning hike, and I think you could say you can make it as easy as you want, and you can also make it as hard as you want. So I would say this is a great trail, because if you want it hard, you just go up and down the mountain a couple of times and you're gonna have a hard hike. If you want to make it easy, just go around the perimeter and skip the mountain. All right, so how long was the hike that we just did, Alex?
2 hours maybe? Hour and a half?
Hour and a half? That seems more like it would have been an hour if we went 3 miles.
I think it was an hour and a half.
Huh, we're slow today.
Yeah.
Then again, it's really hot. So, anything else to add?
I don't think so.
You look at the camera. Don't look, it's like a person. Eye contact. Eye contact with YouTube.
I don't get. Yeah, I do.
Okay. So how long was the hike we just did?
Probably an hour and a half.
All right. Again, eye contact with YouTube. It's like you're having a conversation with the viewer.
Cut.
Okay. How long was the hike we just did?
Hour and a half.
How far?
3 miles.
Okay.
So we were having a very slow day.
Okay.
30-minute miles, that does seem very slow.
Yeah.